Hi there, people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and happy weekend to everybody in Bangladesh. It's Friday, and the time is around 5:45, almost 6 a.m. It's a mild drizzling outside. It's a rainy season, and also season for dengue. So be careful out there. Everybody is falling sick and getting bit by the mosquito. So if you happen to be in Bangladesh, take care. Okay, use all precaution necessary. We just helpless at this point. So this episode, I have like 3 episodes for you tonight. So this morning, sorry, a couple of them individual reviews and one comparison video. I don't plan to do a list today, perhaps at night or something. Okay. So as you can see from title, the very first one, I have something very special. Those who are fan of Hermes, this is an Hermes fragrance, and I think this is Eau de Merveilles special edition. This fragrance, I have a 50 ml version. They usually release Eau de Merveilles, I think about 23 to 24 in total. I have seen on Fragrantica listing this many flankers. Some of them are limited edition like this, which means it's original fragrance in just limited edition bottle. It's a very beautiful presentation. Reminds me of a Midnight in Paris bottle. And also this fragrance is very, very beautiful, especially for people who love the note of amber and amber green. So this is a classic fragrance. I think it was released somewhere in 2004 or something. My edition limited or limited edition, I think it was a release of 2000 something. I opened it. Let me see. I think mine is 2013 release. Okay, originally it was released 2004 or something. So I'll show the presentation. I'll let you know how it smells. Is it for you? Longevity, stuff like that. When to wear it, occasion, and also tell you the notes breakdown, which I have. I don't remember all the notes breakdowns I usually use. Fragrantica as reference point. So hopefully you're doing good and you're interested in this fragrance. Let's check. Okay. So these fragrances are expensive, mind you. This fragrance in Bangladesh, no one really brings them readily. Like I haven't seen any shop have the whole line, but sometimes when they bring, it's like $150 for 100 ml, $80 like that for 50 ml. And if you find luckily any chance like someone bring a tester, it will be like 60 something, but it's very rare. So this is how the packaging looks. It's a simplistic presentation. Okay, and I think these are a bit hard to find because this is what I just told you, a limited edition. It has that Hermes orange color you see in concentration birth. I think there was a fragrance of cologne line. They also have that orange, and orange they use also in Terre Hermes. I reviewed a few Hermes fragrances. So this is nice packaging. It says Hermes. Presentation is very, very neat, and it says limited edition and all that. Read the things, yes, there, and then the bottle stays there. It stays like across. It doesn't stay like straight. So the it's nice, but there's just the normal paper packaging. The bottles here are marvelous. Like their names are justified. The bottle sits like this. Okay, it's like sideways. You can also sit it like that, but looks really cool when you put it on the table or shelf. You can put it both ways, but basically it's like this at the base. You cannot stand straight, and it has this beautiful, gorgeous looking orange color bottle with that normal glass. It looks like a pupil, right? Or an eye or eye drop, water drop, or maybe something like, I don't know, like the sun at the base with amber color. And they do have the stopper kind of thing. It's like built-in atomizer. And the original one, I think, has a little bit of orange. The first release was a little bit of orange, and I think you can find these also in 100 ml. So it says Hermes at the back and all that. At the back information you'll find. Another thing to know that I have bottles like Midnight in Paris or something like Bulgari Aqua line. They remind me of this kind of pebble kind of bottles. So this is a very gorgeous juice. I think this is very, very special for special occasion only. It's too much of a beauty to throw on casually, but I will use it for the review. Really nice atomizer. It's like Hermes really, really is good. So let me tell you the notes breakdown. I'll tell you what I get from it. So this one is actually marketed towards women, but I think it's a pretty unisex scent, okay? Because fragrances in general are unisex in nature, but sometimes some fragrances are built in such a way that's too feminine, too powdery, too floral. Then for me, it becomes too much. But on most part, I can wear pretty much everything. So they have notes like orange, elemi raisin, lemon, amber, pepper, pink pepper, violet, fir, moss, cedar, and vetiver. So these are the notes breakdown. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really master of Hermes or Guerlain. I do not really get their fragrances so easily. They're very complex on most part. They build some fragrances very transparent and see-through, but many fragrances are very complex, like Terre Hermes, earthy, vetiver, orange, a little bit of a dirt. It took me a very long time to understand those fragrances. Guerlain, L'Eau Medial, that's a relatively simpler fragrance, but Guerlain, Homme, Boise, or something like Shalimar. These are fragrances I understood after years. So this is another example which is complex, comforting, and at the same time also simple in certain ways. Okay, so when I smell this, what do I get? First thing, I reviewed one of the flankers from this. I think it was Ambre or something, which was much stronger version of it, or I don't remember what version. It was a full orange bottle. It was much stronger, and that was mostly for winter. This one I think can be worn in summer and almost all year round. Longevity on this thing, the Eau de Merveilles, it's very, very good. The first opening hour is very strong in presence. It's like projecting a lot. It lasts, but then after 1 hour, it settles so nicely on the skin. You can smell it. This subtle, sort of like a spicy, amber. It lingers through, and a little bit of orange, which wears off a little bit after 1 hour, but it remains like with the trace of orange. So orange, it almost feels like it's like a lotiony goodness, like if you have something like a suntan lotion which has an amber tone and it's on the skin beautifully like a second layer or something, you have this glowing skin, you wear and you smell like of soap. I don't know why, but to me it feels like a very gorgeous and luxurious soap smell. I'm pretty sure Hermes, there are soaps, they make soap like Chanel. I've seen them making soaps, and those soaps are expensive for a reason. When you wash your body with those soaps, basically the aroma and the perfume of the soap stays on your skin. You don't need to apply perfume. This is such a stunning fragrance in that way. So I have seen a few reviews on this, and I'll tell you, I think some of the reviews back in the time, like really mesmerizing how they describe. I cannot describe quite like them, but this is a very phenomenal scent for people who are in the game for some years. This is good for certain people, not so good for certain people. So let me talk about positive, then we'll talk about negative. If you're in the game for some time and you've smelled quite a bit of fragrances, designer niche here and there, you've been in the game for 2 3 years, you have a decent collection. When you smell this, you'll know there's a quality. There's a hint of this trace of Hermes signature, which is orange, mandarin orange. They use it in most fragrances. This is evident in this. Okay, you'll absolutely love it. The opening of this is just lovely. It's like so like some Chanel fragrances. When you smell them, Chanel perfume sometimes a bill for women, but some men love Chanel number 5. What do you know? So when I smelled this first time, I absolutely loved it. But I'm pretty sure if I gave it to some newbies or just people who just got into the game, they may not understand this or like it, because even let's just admit, when I started my game, I would never buy this. I would never ever put this on me. I want something like La Nuit de l'Homme, Bleu de Chanel, like the popular ones, like say Dylan Blue. This would be my first go-to, guys. This would be my second or third year or fourth or fifth year. When I get into the game really well and I'm trying to understand complexity, it's not always about beast mode or compliments and stuff. This stuff may get you compliments, may not get you compliments. Maybe your girlfriend would like it more than you, maybe you like it alike, but it's something you wear for yourself. This one thing I understood by this. And I think, whose review was this lady? Hold on, I have to get her name. Hold on. Katie Puckrick. I just sometimes, I'm getting old, I forget names and stuff. If you see Katie Puckrick's review, she is just from different planet. I just so miss her so much. She's one of the best reviewers. People says a female female kind of counterpart of Mark Robsoid, but I would think she is on different level. She is such a stunning perfume reviewer, and then she doesn't have any similarity with any other reviewers. I'm just sorry, I'm just getting carried away, but her reviews are something else. She is the best. I just miss her so much. She is like a diva, right? So she described this fragrance most beautifully. She said, this is about ambergris. I never really smelled the real thing, but I can tell you one thing, this is about beautiful amber. So this smells so beautiful. It's like a radiant, it's on the skin. And I think this fragrance will go really lovely when like a rainy afternoon or evening, when you're just preparing some nice little tea, chamomile tea, and just enjoying the nature. And you're just far away from city. You're just sitting next to a range or forest range. There's this tropical forest right in front of you. And you just like this beautiful, those tree houses, or not tree houses, those greenhouse. I don't know what you call those glass houses, right? And you're just living there in a kind of like near a forest, and each house is far away from each other. This is where you're going to enjoy it so much. It's like enjoy your cookie and then tea. Nobody's going to go and stare at you, disturb you, or anything. Absolute peace of mind. You can do yoga, you can read a book, you can get your work done, you can relax. Just wear your flip flops. No one's going to judge you. Okay, this is the kind of fragrance. It's kind of like nude. Okay, so what do I mean by that? This fragrance is just like out there. It's not trying to do anything. Okay, like some fragrances, they are so like open. Like the opening is so the top heavy. They just constantly grab like cry for attention, or they make something like Rasa Shura. They are like out there to like capture people. These kind of fragrances, I think it's not for people who are looking for those kind of compliments or sure thing. This is not a sure thing. This is something you understand, appreciate the beauty. These are not something they made for you. You are supposed to try these fragrances and get adopted if it works, or otherwise you just walk away from it or keep it in your collection for some years, and then maybe give it to your wife or your sister or your mother, whoever. They will wear it and you appreciate on them. Okay, so basically all the notes that I told you, out of all the notes, I got that amber, which is a fantasy note, but I get that mandarin orange, a little bit of citrus, and then kind of like a spicy, like a pink pepper they mentioned. And maybe at the base, there's some sort of like musky or cedar tone. It's a very simple fragrance. Okay, so I would say keep it with you. So I was going to sell it actually, but I decided to keep it. These are special mood fragrance, very special moment. You put this on when you have the right moment where you wear LDDM, low desert de Moroccan. If you like that fragrance, try this. It's same sort of ballpark. Okay, so Terre d'Hermes, no, sorry, Hermès Eau de Merveilles special edition. Thank you so much for watching. I think this fragrance deserves something like 9, somewhere above. Okay, the longevity is pretty good. It's not like more than 8 out of 10, but I will still give it 9 because of the composition. Hermes, it's not just a easy to understand complex fragrance house, but I love it. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See you soon.